Yo, what is going on with y'all today? Today, I got another video for y'all. Today, I basically want to talk about why I quit social media and all the benefits that came with quitting social media and all that good stuff, man. It's really crazy, like the things that your mind opens up to when you're not on those apps and when your mind's not preoccupied all the time. And I want to take a lot of people with me. I want a lot of people to get this realization that comes with, making a big change like this in your life, because the benefits are so good. You never want to go back. Like, honestly, you never want to go back, because I'm a year in right now. I stopped using social media back in July. Well, I'm not going to say I completely stopped using. That would be a lie. Because I do post, but I don't really stroll. And if I like a post, it'll be like the first post that I see that pops up on the page. But I never really stroll. I don't like just spend time on Instagram. I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, like I would say that I guess I would say that I stopped using it like to that degree. But the reason that I stopped using it was so that I can have a clearer mind and that I could focus on myself and not have any outside influence on my life, so I could really chase my goals and get to the things I really want to get to. And my second reason being was to have a better mental health, standpoint, basically. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, a lot of mental health stems from social media because of like the things they see other people's perspectives, whether it be they think that somebody's ahead in life, or, anything like that, or they're afraid something might happen, or they see like people more success. Like, what comes with social media and like how it can change people's mindsets. Seeing half naked girls all the time, stuff like that. It's just really the worst of the world that you can see on social media. Now, it can also be good. It can also have its benefits. Say, like, if you're trying to start a business or something, like, you have good networking and you can stay connected to people, that you don't get to see all the time. But other than that, in my personal opinion, I think that the bad outweighs the good, simply because the way that it changes your mindset and it changes your perception on life. Like, the most important thing about life is chasing, what you're meant to be, and, kind of just focusing on yourself and getting to where you want to get to and getting your goals. And I think the thing that social media creates, it creates a lot of anxiety for people, especially like if they don't know where they're going or they don't know what to do. And I just think that people need to understand that that's just part of life. Life is full of mystery, it's full of challenges, and it's never going to end. Obviously, from your experiences now, you become wiser when you're older, but wisdom doesn't just come just because you turn 30. Wisdom comes from the experiences, leading up to 30. That's what makes you a wiser person. And I think people are really overthinking a lot of stuff, when it comes to their future, whether it be what type of profession that they end up in, whether somebody wants to hurt them or whether somebody wants to, the dating scene is obviously messed up. It's like, it's a lot of things that stem from it. Now, anybody can tell you that a lot of these problems do come, from having such, like attachment to our phones and stuff like that. Anybody can tell you that. I'm not saying anything new here, but you have to be a conscious person. And what I mean by that is you have to be a person who can step away from the things that everybody gravitates to be successful. Now, you hear a lot of like what business people and business gurus and, people like that, you see them on social media all the time telling people what you got to do. You got to be disciplined in this way. You got to do that. You got to do this and you got to do that. Now, when I used to see that stuff, I used to didn't really understand what they were talking about, as most people do. They're kind of just like, well, yeah, you can tell anybody to do that, but it's easier said than done, which it is. Especially like stepping off of social media or just stopping any type of addiction in general. Like, it really takes a strong mind to get through something like that. And that's what it took for me, especially like those first couple of months. You kind of get that urge to, check, see if somebody contacted you or did this or did that. But let me tell you something, like probably the worst feeling about being addicted to social media is the fear that you might miss out on something. Because I have been off of social media for a strong year, going over a year right now. And I don't feel like I've missed anything. You feel like that when you first get off because you're so programmed to get on it all the time. But let me tell you something. When it comes to friends, most of your friends on Instagram are really not your friends. Um, and it, when you first step off of social media for maybe a month or two, and whoever contacts you from your Instagram, those are your real friends. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people get this misconception that they have so many friends on Instagram, but really it's really just people that you're connected to through this app. And it really can change your perspective on what you really are and really kind of come true to yourself, which I'm about to get into. That's really like the thing that I want people to get out of this, is being true to yourself and being grounded and really knowing who you are. So yeah, like when I first hopped off of social media, only like 3 people contacted me saying like, "Hey man, I haven't seen you on Instagram in a long time, man. Like, where you been?" And that's those are the people that I still talk to, and it didn't surprise me at all because I know that these people were the people that actually like cared about me in that way. Now I'm not one of those, I'm not like I want everybody to care about me or anything like that. Like I'm not like a needy person like in that way or anything, but you need those real friends in your life, and just those real friends like the older you get, because when you're young, when you're a teenager, kind of like you all went to the same school or whatever, but it's kind of like what you had to do. Y'all see each other every day and stuff like that. Some of your friends are gonna take a different direction in life. Some of your friends are gonna take or make bad decisions in life. You have to differentiate who you want in your life and who's gonna make a positive impact. Because if you don't, those people that made those different decisions and those bad decisions, they're gonna influence you. See, you're not. A lot of people think they're mentally strong, as they say they are, but when it comes down to it, you're really not. Because I consider myself a mentally strong person, but I can also be swayed in a way that I don't even expect. You may not even notice. Like some people may influence you to make certain decisions that could really change your future, and you don't need those people around you. People that take you out of your element. People are going to sway you in the way that they want their life to go. If they feel like if they want to go out and do something stupid, they're going to try to make you tag along to make it even more fun for themselves and stuff like that. So the friends that I have now that contacted me, they're the ones that I always talk to. I talk to them all the time. When they're busy, we can't talk, but we do get together when we can because we're busy with our lives, and that way we're busy chasing our goals and basically out here being grown men, or a grown woman, we're my men and female friends. Like we all realize what we have to do when we get older, and we're not really like messing around too much. We're trying to get to it. But yeah, going back to the thing about staying true to yourself, the biggest thing that social media did for me was it made me feel, I guess you could say, kind of like myself again, and I think a lot of people will know what I'm talking about when I say that, because we kind of get this feeling that like things are the way that they used to be ever since social media came around, or just things in general like happening in the world. Like I think we all get that feeling, and we kind of want to feel like kids again in that way. Like, where's the excitement that they were talking about? Like when you're in your 20s, this is just stress. All of this is just stress. And so getting off of social media did that for me. It made me feel like myself again. It's a lot easier to talk to people. It's a lot easier to date. My mind is clear. I'm more focused. Like I don't look at. I look at people. I look at everybody like people. I look at people as individual people. I don't look at anybody and just judge them and think, oh, they look like a what, any type of stereotype that you can think of. It doesn't come to my mind anymore, because I just think of these people as people. And it's really a refreshing feeling. Like if you really get to, if you get into it. So I really would encourage people to try it. It will really it'll put your life back in line. It'll really make you feel like how you're supposed to be feeling. You don't have any outside influence. You have more inspiration to chase your goals. You have more reason. You have more purpose in your life. And I think one thing people it makes it easier to and I know a lot of people are interested in dating nowadays, and people are just confused about dating. makes it a lot easier to date when you don't have horror stories about what happened to people, how they got cheated on, how this and that happened, and how you don't, it's a lot of lust, like on Instagram, live your life the way you want to, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do in their spare time, whatever, bro. But when it comes to lust and just wanting stuff out of people, like all the time, like that really can make it hard for you, like when it comes to dating, because you don't see people as people, and you don't really get with people for the right reasons, and you definitely don't want that. You don't want that to be a bad habit, because when you're with the person, you want to enjoy being around them. You want to enjoy basically being with them for who they are, and you can't do that if you're just looking at what they have all the time, or looking at their body, or looking at flesh all the time, because it can really mess you up, man. That's why a lot of people have attraction issues nowadays. They hear all these stories on Instagram and stuff like that, and they see girls acting out or guys acting out, saying toxic stuff, when half the time it's really just a joke. But honestly, a lot of people take that stuff to heart. A lot of people, it kind of hits a nerve because they were once hurt, and you really don't need that extra information from other people's business. That's another thing. People put their business out there too much. When I achieve my goals, I don't post it. Only thing that I would post is like if I get a major goal, like this life changing. That's the only time, because people don't need to know how much money I make. People don't need to know my business. People don't need to know all that. My dad once told me, like, never let anybody know how much money you make. And you got people like doing money spreads on their arms, stuff like that. Like, bro, like, you just basically just showing your hand. Like, don't, it's crazy, like, what people do for attention. And that's really what social media boils down to, is people want to feel important. And I'll say this on my channel probably a couple times. And I read this in a book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And I think I showed it on the channel before, but I'll probably talk about it another time, because that is such a great book. It really is. But what it says in the book a lot is people's biggest desire is to feel important. So that is why social media is really as big as it is, because people want to feel important, and which is fine. That's why we dress the way we dress. That's why I dress the way I dress. There's a time when people used to dress different. Even the smallest things, we just want to feel important in some type of way. That's why we chase careers. That's why we talk to people a certain way. You know what I'm saying? People just want to feel important in that way, and people have to be comfortable with themselves before they're comfortable with other people. If you master your own and hone your own emotions and your goals and those things, you really can achieve everything, because it's all because of you. Everything that happens is because of you. It's only going to happen because of you, and all your goals will be accomplished because of you. And everything that happens to you is your fault, unless it's it's uncontrollable, in that way. But you know what I mean? Like, as far as chasing your goals and getting to where you want to, there's going to be some bumps in the road, but you have to keep pushing. No matter where you came from, you got to keep pushing. And yeah, that's really it, man. Yeah, try to hone off of social media and really just focus on yourself and learn to be alone. Learn to just be, and for my men, I would like to say, if you're feeling worthless, if you feel like that you have no purpose, if you feel like you don't know what to do, you feel lost, you're confused, I know a lot of y'all want that power. A lot of y'all want to be successful. A lot of y'all want these things in life, and maybe you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Maybe you're doing it for the girls or whatever, but do it for yourself, because that's your passion. Because a man, like I say it a million times, but the reason I say it is because it's so important. A man without purpose and direction will always feel depressed. And that's why a lot of men are feeling depressed. You know, they're uh they're basically praising women. You know what I'm saying? They're letting women rule the world because they don't have any self-discipline in that way. And I think it's important for a man to be disciplined. That's one of the biggest things, you know, when it comes to being successful, is being disciplined. You know, making yourself do things and stop worrying about, you know, when you're gonna get your next nut or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I would say for my women, I'm gonna make a video about this too. You have to learn to love again. You have to. Your nature is to love. That is your expression of love is, you know, that's your nature. And the more you fight your feelings, the worse it'll get. It's not. You're not designed to fight your feelings. You're supposed to express your love in a way that'll, you know, fulfill you. And you know, I know there's crappy guys out there, and you know, I know there's people out there you know, that will, you know, mess with you or mess with your emotions. But let me tell you something: you find a guy with some good discipline, or you find somebody who really sticks to their word, does what they say they're gonna do. Those are the guys that you pick. And let me tell you something: the girls do pick the guys, and this is how they, you know, flirt with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to be like I ain't saying you got to like you know, do nothing extra. You ain't got to be like catcalling or nothing like that. Definitely don't do that. But drop a few little hints. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, walk by, drop some. He picks it up. Y'all make eye contact. And that's a conversation. Now he feels like he did that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go out there and go to get the guy that you want. Like, but like I said, he gotta have some discipline. He gotta have his head on straight, and he gotta stick to his word, be a man of his word. Because if he doesn't have those things, don't expect much of him, man. Like, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I kind of went on a little rant. Not a rant, but like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of went on a little bit of I don't know, a tirade or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't angry, but yeah, that's pretty much it though. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Turn on the post notifications. You know, I'm trying to, I'm gonna get this channel a little bit cleaner and try to make my recording a little bit smoother. This video is not gonna be edited really because I didn't really have the time. I've been really busy. This is really the crunch time where I be making some of these videos, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and peace out.